Good day, everyone. I'm Arya, and joining me today are Mukil, Midul, Praveen, and Ram to explore the revolutionary changes in computer architecture over the past decade. The period since 2010 has been unprecedented innovation driven by three major forces. One, the explosion of mobile computing with smartphones surpassing the PCs. Number two, the AI revolution demanding specialized hardware. Number three, the end of Dennard scaling forcing architectural creativity. Now, we'll examine five key areas where these changes are most evident. One, instruction set architectures adapting to new workloads, register sets in evolving to a greater efficiency, memory hierarchies being completely rethought. Number four, secondary storage achieving unbelievable speeds, and parallelism becoming the cornerstone of performance. What makes this era particularly fascinating is how engineers have responded to slowing of Moore's law. Rather than relying solely on transition shrinkage, we have seen domain-specific architectures like Google TPUs, heterogeneous computing combining different processor types, advanced packaging technologies like chiplets, new memory technologies bridging the storing hierarchy. Let's begin with Mukil, who will explain instruction set architectures have performed to meet these new challenges.
The RISC renaissance. First, the ARM's domains grew from mobile to servers, AWS Graviton and Apple M1, M2. RISC-V emerged as an open source alternative with modular extensions. Even x86 adopted RISC like internal execution, AMD Zen microarchitecture. Domain-specific extensions. Matrix operations for ML, that is Intel AMX and ARM SVE. Cryptographic instructions, that is AES NI ARM V8 cryptographic extensions. Vector processing AVX 512, though controversial for power consumption. Third, security first design. Hardware mitigations for Spectre Meltdown, that is Intel CET and ARM NTE. Memory safety features, that is RISC-V pointer masking and cherry capabilities. Trusted execution environments, that is Intel SGX and ARM TrustZone. The impact has been profound. For example, Apple's M series chips show how a clean slate RISC design can outperform traditional x86 through fixed length instructions, enabling better decoding, wider execution pipelines, tight integration with custom accelerators. Looking ahead, we are seeing even more radical experiments like variable length instruction bundles, that is RISC-V packed SIMD, energy proportional computing, minimizing active hardware, post-quantum cryptography instructions. Vidal will now explain how register architecture has evolved to support these advanced ISAs.
Thanks, Mikil. And I am Midul, and let's dive into how register architecture works. Modern register files represent one of the most sophisticated trade-offs in processor design. Let's examine the key developments. First, the scalability challenges. Physical registers have grown from around 100 to over 200 in high-end CPUs. Register renaming now reaches more than 300 entries to out-of-order execution. However, the power and the area constraints prevent unlimited scaling. Next, we have specialization trends. We are seeing innovations like matrix registers such as AMX style registers, which provide over 1 KB per core. Accumulator registers are now tailored for neural networks, and mask registers are optimized for vector processing. And then we have architectural innovations. Techniques such as banked register files improve multi-threading performance. Compressed registers coding like ARM SVE2 predict the compression enhances efficiency. Meanwhile, non-architecture shadow registers enable microfusion for better execution speed. The implications are simply significant. Take AMD Zen 4 architecture, it features like 50% more physical registers than Zen 3, introduces dedicated AM matrix registers, and improves register sharing between threads. Looking ahead, and exacting research is underway. like optical register files using silicon photonics, and non-volatile registers enabling instant context switching, and quantum registers basically interfaces for next gen computing. So this is it, and now my friend Praveen will take us on through the memory architecture revolution.
Yeah, thank you, Mudul. In the past decade, we have seen that memory system has undergone a significant transformation. Let's break this down. First, we look into the hierarchy revolution, which includes cache, DRAMs, and persistent memory. In cache, we have level 1 cache sizes doubled, level 3 became non-inclusive, and level 4 caches are emerged. In DRAMs, we have DDR5 reaching 6.4 gigabytes per second and HBM3 at 819 gigabytes per second bandwidth. In persistent memory, we have Intel Optane, which show the potential before its discontinuation. Now we look into the 3D integration breakthroughs. HBM stacks up to 12 dies vertically, which stands on the technology known as hybrid memory cube technology, which stands on the principle logic on logic stacking. The best example for this is AMD 3D VCAche. Now we look into the near or in memory computing, which includes processing in memory prototypes. Best example for this is UPMEM or Samsung Cobalt. Then we have memory side accelerators, which is an example of Intel Sapphire Rapid AMX. And we have computational RAM research, which is a memory based approach. The practical impacts of these transformations are AMD's 3D VCAche improves gaming performance by 15 to 25%, which is a result of increase in GPU. Then we have HBM enables AI training on massive models. And we have CXL memory promises to revolutionize memory expansion. The future directions includes optical memory interconnects, analog computing memory for AI, and universal memory replacing DRAMs and NAND. Now my friend Ram will explain how secondary storage keeps pace with these changes.
Thank you, Praveen. While processors and memory grab headlines, storage innovations have been equally transformative. Let's examine this silent revolution. First, we have the solid state takeover. In this, NVMe protocol replacing SATA, PCIe 4.0 or 5.0 interface, eliminating bottlenecks. And then QLC or TLC or PLC NAND pushing densities to 2 TB per chip. And then we comes to latency comparison chart, HDD versus NVMe. In this, we have architectural breakthroughs. First, we have ZNS, zoned namespace for better NAND management. And then computational storage like smart SSDs with ARM cores. And then open channel SSDs giving OS direct flash control, followed by emerging patterns. In this, we have storage class memory, and then 3D X-point successor technology like CXL attached memory, and then photonic storage interconnects in research, followed by real-world impact include Microsoft Xbox Velocity architecture using NVMe as virtual RAM, and then database acceleration through computational storage, followed by 5-minute AI model loads becoming 5-second loads. And then the future roadmap shows 200 plus layer 3D NAND arriving 2024. And then class-based storage for archival like Microsoft Project Silica, and then DNA storage prototypes like though decades from practicality. Arya will now tie everything together with processor performance trends.
Listen. Thanks, Ram. The quest for performance has spawned remarkable architectural innovations. First, parallelism frontiers. Single core, multi-core, and mini-core. Single core, out-of-order execution reaching 5 to 7 IPCs. Multi-core, EPYC Genoa with 96,192 threads. Mini-core, GPUs with 10,000 plus threads. For example, NVIDIA H100. Okay. Next, specialization wave. Second, specialization wave. AI accelerators, FPGA integration, such as Xenilix Versal, and RISC-V, custom instruction extensions. 3, cutting-edge research, chiplet ecosystems, optical computing interconnections, and superconducting logics, like IBM's cryogenic CMOS. Now, Performance milestones include Apple M1 is one of the crucial examples for performance milestones for the evolution, and Apple M1 beating x86, IX86 at 1 by 3 the power, and AMD 3D V-cache gaming dominance, and NVIDIA Hopper achieving 4 XLA flops in AI. The horizon holds silicon photonics for chip interconnects, analog AI processors, and room temperature quantum co-processors.
We are at the concluding part of our session. To recap, our journey through modern architecture,
We have seen how IS became more modular,
while register evolved beyond recognition,
as storage and memory blurred together,
all driven by ingenious parallelism strategies.
the next decade will bring 3D IC designs with 1000 plus chiplets, photonic electronic hybrids, biological neural interfaces, maybe even room temperature superconductors.
To conclude, as architects say, the only constant is change. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
thank you.
thank you.
thank you.
Bloody sweet.